Hey everyone, how's it going? As the dog barks. Today I'm going to take a look at, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm going through doing a toy inventory because I have more action figures than I know what to do with. I have completed the Marvel Legends section, and I said that because I'm sitting here looking right at, some of my Marvel Legends. Something I don't mention, the stuff you see behind me here, this might be like 4% of my collection, maybe. I don't know. But this shelf right here, that one, because this is a little bit reversed. This one here, I've been trying to figure out, and I finally figured out I'm going to put up a lot of my comic book 1/18 scale figures. And so that's what we're going to do is we're going to start going through those, doing an inventory, and also just talking about them as I go through them, because I haven't opened these in a while. It's been at least 2 years because I just started making room for the Legends. Kind of push these guys to the side, and then decided I need to go through these. So that's what we'll do. Something different. So hey, I just decided nothing fancy, nothing real out there. Just let me get these guys up, and so I thought I'd go through a couple of bags. Marvel Universe, obviously. DC. I started to go through the DC one yesterday, and then I said, oh, I should put this to camera. So here we go, because I did find this. This is supposed to be Christopher Reeve as Superman. Not the best likeness, but I've seen worse. This was, I want to say it was a companion line to DC Universe Classics. Let me fix that. And you see the leg kind of sticks out here, and I thought that was something. Maybe I just did something wrong there. I don't know, but it was kind of a 1/18th version of that, and I always thought it was pretty cool. I was more of a 1/18th guy anyway, so I just thought, hell, let's just grab these and go, right? And it's a good figure. It was one of my favorites from that line. Definitely going up on the shelf. Of course, they have foot pegs and everything. This is DC's Infinites. Now, he's a little dirty too. I need to figure that out. But this is an okay line. But first off, they have these big chunky hands, and there's a proportion issue with these. They also lean to go to the smaller end of 1/18th. They're almost too small. There were a couple that were right. I know you see Dr. Fate right there. I seem to recollect Deathstroke seemed to be a little taller. And I remember him with, oh yeah, I had a Deathstroke from that line, and I may still have him. But anyway, I did some pictures, and I had him with Storm Shadow from the anniversary line, and somebody's like, you use force perspective. Anyway, yeah, just trying to piss me off. And it's a shame people act like that, but you know what? It's nothing new. This is a cool Batman. I spoiled it already. Arkham, I think it's Arkham Asylum Batman. I'm not positive, but I think he's pretty cool. Really nice Batman. I like it. I like it a lot. Again, one of the better 1/18 scale Batman figures they've ever done. So there we are, and I definitely think he's going up. Adam. As DC Infinites. This is when they got a little better with the proportions towards the end. Is that plastic wearing, or is that just dust or dirt? Yeah, it's just dust. Okay, weird. Why are they dusty? I don't know. Alright, Batman Beyond. That is from the DC Classics. again. I'm calling it DC Classic. I think that's what its name was, but I'm not positive. So, but it was a short-lived line. There was only a few figures in it, a few waves, I should say. I remember Arkham had a lot of representation in it. Joker and Harley Quinn were in there. They go for a pretty good price now. Last time I checked, there was Batman Beyond, of course, and this was DC Direct, DC Collectibles, whatever the hell they went by at that point, because they kept changing their name there for a while. That's Black Adam. And, of course, that's Black Adam. This is from the Injustice game. They did 2 packs. They were kind of pricey. And, unfortunately, they had a tendency to... They were brittle. A lot of them would fall apart. And it was aggravating. I got a Catwoman that broke. And it really bugged me. But are compatible with this line, depending on how you view Black Adam. I mean, some think he should be 10 feet tall. I don't know. They work okay, but yeah, this was an interesting line. This was an interesting line because it was not only done for the Injustice game, but it was done by DC Direct, and there was I know Atrocitus came out in this line. There was some more too. There was a nice Green Lantern. I mean, what worked. Right here, we've got Sinestro. I dig this figure. This is the Infinites line again, but this is when they finally got their stride. Of course, they get their stride and they cancel the line. But as you see, the height isn't so bad. Yeah, Batman's going to be taller, but, the proportions are a little better. They don't look so cartoony as, with this Shazam. I mean, I just always liked this Shazam, though. I just thought it was a cool figure. And, I did like this Sinestro a lot. I think I have a Green Lantern, too. But, that's definitely going on the shelf. Am I correct? That's Red Robin? Yum. I like this figure. I like this figure a great deal. He's fun. I thought it was weird they put Red Robin. They never put Robin out that I ever found anyway. This was a strange line too because it was very sporadic. It didn't appear in the normal channels. I mean, some would show up at Target, some would show up online only. It was odd. It was very, very odd. A lot of the ones I have, I actually got from Amazon. And that was not when Amazon was kind of the go-to place. Oh, I see a good one. Adam West Batman. That's... Yes, I know, the likeness is terrible, but it's still Adam West Batman. I couldn't resist that. After that and Christopher Reeve Superman were two I went way out of my way for. I like them both. Both of them. Yeah, they're falling down. I haven't put stands on them though, so that's probably why. Believe it or not, that is Bane. Yeah, I believe that's from the Arkham game. But he's big and he's chunky. He kind of and the funny thing is, if I get to the Captain America line at some point, you'll see he kind of looks like Crossbones from the Captain America line. It's really weird. He's a nice figure, but I'm going to set him to the side. Not on the shelf. And this one's been probably bugging people for a while. This is Dr. Fate. It's not a bad figure, honestly. It's not a great figure either. It's one of their better efforts. I mean, the gloves are not as disproportionate as the hands on, like, Shazam. He's a tiny bit short, but not massively. He's okay. I don't hate him. You know, he's not perfect either by any stretch. You know, lacking in some paint apps. I think he needed some more paint apps up here on the collar and stuff. But not terrible. I don't think I'm gonna put him up there though. I might surprise myself. Reverse flash. Again, this is one from that era of, they were getting it right. You know, as you see, he's a little shorter than Batman, but not majorly. I think if they kept going with this style in the Infinites line, that line would have turned out so much better. I love the Reverse Flash. He's one of my favorite DC villains. So yeah, I had to have him. Wildcat. I thought Wildcat looked cool. I just liked Wildcat. So yeah, I bought him. There he is. And I think I know who's next. Yes, Firestorm. And the articulation, okay, again, Infinites. Articulation is not too great. I mean, this was around 2008, though, so, you got to remember that as a factor. But I thought the translucent flame on the head looked good. And, yeah, these, give me a second, because these joints are tricky as hell. And if you're not careful, you run the risk of snapping a figure. So, yeah, okay. See, he just barely gets anything on his... And he's one of the least articulated ones, ironically. Again, they had some bangers, and they had some crap. Mattel really was back and forth on this line. It's weird. I did notice that a lot of the... When Mattel took over the WWF license, WWE, sorry, when they took over the WWE license from Jakks, the DC Universe Classics stuff, a lot of the ideas from that line went over to WWE. So I keep wanting to think that if Mattel had held on to the DC license longer, we'd have some excellent freaking 6-inch figures right now. I can remember going through the toy aisle in Walmart and seeing the Multiverse line and just being like, ooh, what's that? Okay, so, yeah, this, I hate when this happens. Okay. Okay, this will snap back together and I'll show you in a minute, but this is supposed to be Michael Keaton. That had to be a likeness right issue, but that is 100 miles away from Michael Keaton. If there ever was anything 100 miles away from Michael Keaton. Where's his leg? I don't know. Yeah, here's Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. Again, I'm noticing, I hadn't noticed that these were so scrawny compared to these bad boys. These bad boys were meant to compete with the Marvel Universe. So, I mean, again, it was a briefly lived line. I think it only lasted like a year, maybe a year and a half. I could be wrong on that. But it was cool. There was some cool stuff in the line. And speaking of cool stuff, here's one of my faves, Deathstroke. This Deathstroke is awesome. I think he's from one of the Arkham games. But, you can't knock him. I mean, he's got a sword that is removable. It doesn't go all the way down in the scabbard. I remember that being a flaw. He's got his big-ass gun. He's got a small arm by his side. So, you were going up on the shelf for sure, my man. Azrael Batman. I do like this figure. I think it is an excellent figure. But I don't know. My love of Azrael Batman is not what it used to be. It's a cool storyline. And when I understood that, yeah, you're supposed to hate the good guy, I got you, okay? Kneel before Zod. like General's again from the Classics line. Another one from Infinites, Lex. He's okay. That is Deathstroke's staff that I fell out of his hand. And there is Michael Keaton's leg. Alright, give me a second. This is an easy fix. This was a flaw in the figure. I've had to do this a billion times. You just, okay. And I don't know why this happened, but it seemed to be only on the unmasked Keaton ones, or unmasked versions. Yeah, it just snaps right back in. I've thought about gluing it down, and I think I bumped the camera, but you know, at the same time, it's like, if I glue it down, then, you know, yeah. So, it is what it is. I mean, it's an easy fix, but I do think Keaton's going to be in the non-shelf. So I tended to do two, but I really didn't realize it was going to take this long to do one bag. So, let me reduce this to one bag per episode. Yeah. What happened is my the sleep came on my camera. So yeah, that's interesting. But I'll go inventory these and do another one. Guys, take care.